From housing discrimination to million-dollar deals with Chinese business people, Trump is no stranger to real estate scandals. Now the results of a month-long investigation suggest that he might be involved in yet another one. On Tuesday, USA Today published a report detailing the results of an investigation that tracked the buyer of every condo, penthouse, and other property that Trump and his companies owned. More than 430 individual properties worth over $250 million. And after 6 months of digging, USA Today's journalists have found that over the last year, about 70% of buyers of Trump's properties were limited liability companies, companies that allow people to purchase property without revealing their identities. 70% is a huge jump from 2 years ago when just 4% of buyers of Trump's properties were LLCs. 28 of the 430 properties mentioned above have been sold since Trump was elected in November. Seems legit. All the money from those sales, $33 million, has gone directly into a trust controlled by the president's sons. However, as the trust's sole beneficiary, Trump can withdraw the money at any time. With such a huge increase in anonymous buyers, members of Congress and members of ethics watchdog groups have expressed concerns about foreign interests potentially purchasing multiple properties or purposely overpaying for properties so they could curry favor with Trump without revealing their identities publicly. And there are a number of reasons for people to use LLCs to buy property. Anonymity could be a bonus for celebrities or politicians and others who might want to protect their privacy. But investment groups also use them to purchase properties in partnerships. At the same time, LLCs can also be used to illegally hide assets, avoid taxes, or launder money. Jack Bloom, a Washington attorney specializing in offshore tax evasion and financial crime, explained that it would be very difficult to identify a person who is trying to use a purchase from the Trump organization for their own gain. He said, quote, "If what's going on is somebody is buying something from the Trump organization to buy favor, there's no way you'd ever figure out who that person is or what favor they're trying to buy." It is because of this anonymity, along with the fact that Trump has a long history of working with foreign investors on development projects, that Senator Sheldon Whitehouse has introduced legislation that will result in more transparency regarding the owners of LLCs in real estate transactions. Whitehouse said about the issue, quote, "Once you know, as we do, that corrupting influence by Russia is a matter of Russian practice through shell corporations, that puts a particular spotlight on transactions in which the President of the United States, through his business interests, is directly involved. It's easy. Simply disclose who the party of the interest is on the other side so we know it's an ordinary business transaction and it's not influence peddling." The American people still deserve to know why so many anonymous entities are suddenly making purchases from Trump's businesses. The Trump organization has so far declined to answer questions about the increase in sales to LLCs. I'm Ryan Clayton. This is Content News. Come back daily for the news where we're free to share the truth.